Hey guys, welcome to 5nothing100nothing.com. My name is Fugget. That stands for Fittest Underdog Guru with Intelligent Tactics. And today, guys, I want to talk to you about dating and relationships, in particular, indifference. When I was younger, whether it was adolescence or my 20s, and even almost ashamedly to say my 30s, I think a lot of us, we worry about being accepted by those that we're attracted to or those in our life, in our social circle, and we make a lot of decisions based on their acceptance of us. And you hear it all the time, and you may even say it yourself, but you got to really examine yourself and see, do I really believe this? And that is, I don't care what the fuck other people say. I'm my own person, and if they accept me or they don't accept me, that's fine. But is that really true? Now, granted, you go to your job, and you clock in, you do your job, and you're professional, and you might have a customer or two that maybe get on your nerves, and you don't say anything. Well, that's the difference, is you're being a professional when you don't lash out or you don't stand up. There's a time to do that. And it may not be professionally, but in your personal life, how much do you tolerate? Do you tolerate a lot of bad behavior? Do you, just turn the other cheek? And there's a time when a relationship is established and there's like true love, and maybe they've put up with some bad behavior from you. And it's really a matter of personal experience. But in general, if you tend to have relationships where you put up with a lot of bad behavior, and others' opinions and their judgment of you mean a lot, then maybe you do need a period of being alone. A period of time when you get in touch with yourself, you self-examine, and you become more self-aware. And sometimes if you look in the mirror, it could be a really hard thing, to say, okay, what do I really want in my life? Who am I? Am I the product of what my parents wanted me to be? Am I the product of what I think society wants me to be? Am I willing to step out and risk scrutiny and judgment to be me and to be honest about who I am? Only you can answer that, and only you can be ready for that. And there's a lot that goes into it. If you're living your life fully, though, and not according to the expectations of others, then and only then will you be truly happy. And you'll be without regret, and you won't be indebted to anybody. You won't owe anybody anything, because you're being you. And when you do that, when you're honest, because the truth will always prevail. If you're being honest with yourself, and then you're honest with others, that's true love. To be truly yourself. And when you speak honesty to others, it's not in a malicious intent way, but it's in a way that just conveys truth. To be you. Unapologetically, but with some sensitivity and with good intent. When you do that, when you show true love, because that is true love, then and only then will you feel like you're living your life in true balance and the way it's supposed to be lived. So what I mean by indifference is a guy that I found on YouTube some time ago, Corey Wayne. He's a relationship expert. And there's a lot of people online that are like hookup artists, or like these douchebags that just try to teach you how to get in women's pants. And I think Corey Wayne a lot of times gets mistaken for somebody like that. But when you really watch his content, you see that the guy is genuine, and he really wants people to be happy and live life on their terms. And that's why he's so successful. And he's been a mentor to me now for some time, and I've learned a lot, and it's really helped not only correct some of the relationship choices I make, but also it's caused me to self-examine, look at myself and say, okay, what am I doing? How am I fucking up? How am I like not living up to an alpha male, true, confident man's like way? Like, what is my expectation of myself? And am I doing that, or am I letting myself down? And there's times in my life where I knew I wasn't living according to my value system. And I think there's a lot of people that do this, is you will then project and look at other people for their failures. And as long as you're focusing and projecting it on someone else, then you don't have to look in the mirror. You don't have to look at yourself and your decisions, because that's really hard to do. It's really hard to look at yourself and say, wow, this is where I'm falling short. And it's not because of others' judgment of you, it's your judgment of yourself. If you're really honest with yourself and you look in the mirror and you say, okay, am I living according to my value system and who I think I am and what is expected of somebody who has that self-expectation? Then and only then can you turn on others and hold them to judgment. And I'll tell you what's really funny, what really happens though. If you're truly living according to your value system and you're following through on your self-promises and you're not harming others and you don't have regrets, what's going to happen is you're going to be a lot easier on other people. You're not going to hold people in judgment. You're not going to hold resentment. Because if you're truly happy with who you are, you become very forgiving of others' shortcomings. Because at the end of the day, if you make yourself happy and you live according to your value system and you have self-awareness and you have true self-esteem, then it's not going to matter what other people do. So for instance, if you have love for somebody and they don't know that they love you, or they hurt you, or they decide to move on, because you're living according to your value system, yeah, it might hurt a little bit because that person was in your life, they were part of your routine, and you had love to give to them. But true love is to let go of them, to love freely in such a way that you don't hold on to somebody, but you see them as a gift that maybe was in your life forever and maybe was just there for a season or a reason. Everybody brings a gift, as Corey Wayne also said. In a lot of his material, a lot of his teachings and videos and his books, which I highly recommend. You bring a gift, that other person brings a gift. And when you truly are unconditionally loving, you don't have to hold on to an expectation that they're going to be there forever in your life. They might be, but they have the free will to leave, and you have the free will to leave as well. And the worst thing you could do is just to ghost or cut them off, or move on with any type of ill intent, assuming that it was just a situation where you both thought, you know what, or one of you even thought, this isn't for me. If somebody leaves you and decides that you weren't the one for them, and they find someone that makes them happy, the real response, the best response for you is to rejoice and think, that's awesome. They found someone that's better for them. It doesn't mean that they're better than you. It just means they're better for them. And you know what that means? That means that there's somebody out there that's better for you too. Will you find them next week, next month, next year? Who the hell knows? But that's not your problem. Because if you go looking and seeking and coming from a place of desperation, guys, women can smell desperation. I know that when I felt empty and I go like on the prowl for women, I cannot attract a fly. But when I'm happy with myself and I'm living on my purpose and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, that smell of desperation comes off. Because you are fully in your self-awareness, you're fully working on your purpose, and you have self-love. And that's very attractive to anybody. The biggest thing is to love yourself. You've got to look in the mirror, love who you are, love your daily decisions. Know that you're not perfect, but you're working on progress towards perfection. Is perfection ever found? No, it's not. And the thing is that when you just say, I don't need the love of anybody to feel complete, it's not like false bravado. It's not like being stubborn or trying to be prideful. It's true self-awareness and self-worth. Because no one's going to complete you. You've got to be complete in yourself. And you can love unconditionally. You can love unconditionally without losing your self-love or self-respect. If you love yourself and you respect yourself, to love unconditionally doesn't mean to do whatever somebody says or love them no matter what happens to you and to put up with bad behavior. It means that no matter what happens, you're going to love them anyways and be forgiving, maybe not forgetting, but staying centered and staying with your values. Indifference comes into play not as a way to hurt others. It's not to keep others out of your life or to put up walls, so to speak. But it's a mindset that protects you because you can't help others until you help yourself. I got a lot more to say about that, you guys. So I'm sorry if I got a little deep today. It's been a long day. Might see the circles under the eyes, but it's all good. So stay the course, you guys. There'll be a lot more on this. And enjoy your weekend. Stay out of trouble. And I will see you guys again soon. Like, share, subscribe. Send some questions. I've gotten some good feedback from you guys and some good questions, and we'll be addressing that shortly. So 5-0, 100-0. Guys, enjoy. Thank you for supporting. Keep watching, and we're going to new places. My undersized underdogs going to the next level, baby. Take care. Peace out.